message on ya. Stretched out at the Hotel California. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to Peculiar Vision. And we're going to be talking more about investments. Last week, we talked about Bitcoin and we talked about the power of investing and allowing our money to work for us. So today we're going to be talking about how to invest in the NYSE, the New York Stock Exchange. And so we're going to look at a platform real quick. This is the platform, TD Ameritrade, and we talked a little bit about E-Trade and another platform, Robinhood, but TD Ameritrade is one that I like to utilize, and it's a pretty easy to access platform. You can use the app on your phone. With this platform, you can actually trade Forex and other assets, index funds, etc. And so it's really easy to sign up. All you have to do is open an account. So you'd go up here to the top right corner up here, you open your account, you would create a password and you would create a login address and you would create a user ID. You'd also have to make sure that you have your identifications in order, whether it's your ID, you'll probably have to have your social security number as well, so that you can link, as well as your bank and router number, so that you can link all of your financial resources to the particular platform for trading and or investing in particular stock or index fund, ETF, etc. So I've already created my account. So I'm going to move in and we're just going to look at some of the options that we have here. This right here is my watch list. So a watch list is when you're looking at stocks or ETFs or whatever you're viewing, cryptocurrencies, you always have a watch list. And so particular cryptocurrency or index fund or stock, you would add them to your watch list. And so I have a couple of watch lists here. This is my first watch list, is my foreign country stocks. So I have various stocks from different countries that are here that I watch to see if I would like to invest in these particular stocks. I also have some ETFs here, index funds and mutual funds right here. This is my watch list of those, extensive of those. Then I have a game, IT, tech, bank, miscellaneous. So these are like video games and things like that that you can invest in. PayPal as well. Cryptocurrency and technology. This is my watch list. I also have a Trump. When Trump was in office, I had a Trump watch list because there were a lot of things that he discussed and talked about, and there were a lot of stocks that really went up exponentially when he got in office. So I had my particular Trump watch list, and guess what else? Of course, I have my peculiar trees, right? And so yes, the marijuana company and stocks are starting to rise as well. Hemp, particularly, which can be used to make various textiles and things of that nature, parachutes, and it's also good for biofuels. So peculiar trees is another one on my watch list. But today we're going to be talking about ETFs, which are exchange trading funds. Okay. And so I like to look at some of these ETFs because what some of these ETFs allow you to do is to what we call dividend reinvestment plan. So it's called a DRIP. So you can take, if you hold a particular share of stock for a certain amount of time, usually a year, they'll give you a percentage of that particular share. It will yield a particular percentage, and that's called a dividend. And so those dividends can accumulate annually, and over the process of time can bring forth great income. And so some people actually live off of their dividends. They will allow their investments in the particular company and the dividends that will come back into their account. They will actually pay their bills and live off their dividends. So dividends are very, very essential to having a well diversified, well-built portfolio. So we're gonna look at some of these ETFs here. I'll give an example of what a dividend is and how you can utilize a dividend. Let's look at VWO, which is a Vanguard. It's a Vanguard ETF, right? And so ETF, an exchange trading fund, which is they have a plethora of companies that are up under one particular unit. So instead of buying one particular stock, you're buying a multiplicity of companies under one umbrella of that stock. So let's say if two of those stocks were in that umbrella, GameStop and Stop and Pepsi Cola, right? Coca-Cola, okay? The Coca-Cola stock might be going up and the GameStop stock might be going down, but because you have more than one particular stock in your portfolio, they balance out, right? And so your portfolio is not in a negative, which would be a bear market. Okay, so this particular ETF, wow, this particular ETF here is called the Vanguard Ftse Emerging Markets, right? And so this, let's go down to their dividends. And so here was what I was talking about, the dividends annually. You want to check, make sure that they're giving dividends right here. And so these dividends, they're giving annually 95 cents per share of stock that you're holding. Okay. And then the drip that I was saying about with the dividend reinvestment plan is where you can actually put yourself on those for that particular ETF. Let's say if you bought a share of that ETF, you can actually put yourself on a drip, where it will buy more shares of that stock for you automatically annually. Okay, so you won't actually see the proceeds or the money come into your account, yet it will be automatically buying more of that particular ETF shares of stock, whatever endeavor you invested in. And so ETFs are very, 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 very important, and they're very lucrative, especially in the future. So you can begin to see how your dividends begin to add up over the years. And so it's really, really important, really, really exciting to get into a lot of ETFs. You can buy and trade these ETFs. These ETFs are for the long term is what I usually, if I invest in an ETF, I like to hold it for definitely longer than a year. And I go with the Warren Buffett method, where Warren Buffett says, if you invest in a particular stock or investment, whatever your investment is, you want to hold it for longer than a year. You want to hold it for at least 10 years. So I like his method. Warren Buffett's a billionaire, and I agree with some of his methods. So also, you can do these investments also on Robinhood. Robinhood's another great exchange. When you're trading on their exchange, on their platform, they don't charge you a fee buying or selling. So it's very lucrative to use Robinhood. I used to have a problem with Robinhood because of the news that came out with GameStop and XRP Ripple. But we're going to give Robinhood another chance because they've been doing some good things for me in the cryptocurrency world. And so we're just going to continue to use Robinhood. But listen, I want you to, when you get an opportunity, hit the like and subscribe button down at the bottom. If you like the content that we're sharing on today, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. I also have two things that I want you to look at. I have two of my books. My first book here is 1111, An Austere Awakening, Regathering the People. We want you to get that on Amazon.com. And then I also have my other book here, which is Eschatologically Enigmatic, Unveiling the End Time Mystery. And so I believe there are some really, really important things that we can get out of these two literary pieces that I think would be beneficial to you as well as our communities. If you like this channel and you're having a good time, I want you to hit that like and subscribe button. Why don't you go ahead and leave a comment? Tell us how well you like the channel. If you want to hear more about cryptocurrency, you want to hear more about investing in the New York Stock Exchange, if you want to hear about some other topics, because I'll be talking about other things as well, stay tuned right here on Peculiar Vision. I want medication, he got pain pills, but I